To the office in August with a history of COPD, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. Milton, you want to just tell us your story briefly?
I was diagnosed 3 years ago and was diagnosed with COPD, and I was running a dozer in Colorado, and I got to where I couldn't breathe anymore, and I went in and seen a doctor, and he told me I had to be put on a nebulizer, and since then I've been on a nebulizer up until August here.
And was it getting worse or was it staying the same?
It was getting worse.
How bad was the breathing difficulty?
It was getting sort of, it was nebulizer every 3.5 hours.
How far could you walk without getting short of breath?
Approximately an eighth of a mile at the most.
And what amount of tightness in your chest and coughing were you experiencing?
I would say there was 80 to 90% tightness in my chest.
So it was very tight.
Very little lung function.
Very tight.
Very tight.
And the shortness of breath, how severe was it?
It was really bad. I was getting worried about it. It was to the point where I had to go into to emergency room 2 or 3 times to get.
Just because of the severity of the shortness of breath?
Yes.
You couldn't catch a breath?
No.
So then what happened?
I was out working, and then I happened to look on my phone and looked up for some treatments on it, and then I come across Dr. Joe's thing, and I had my sister call and make an appointment, and I came in August and done lab and stuff, and started my treatment on the 4th of December, and as of 8 weeks later, I can make up to 3.5 miles on a treadmill with no problem.
No shortness of breath?
No shortness of breath. Lung function is good on, and it's amazing, I think.
What percent improvement would you say you've had over that 8-week period of time?
90% improvement.
You feel like you've got 90% improvement as compared to when you came in August?
Yeah. I can even go out now, like last weekend, and I went and skidded some trees off a power line at home that I couldn't have done before because I couldn't walk back and hook up and do all the stuff in the deep snow and stuff, and I had no problem with it whatsoever.
And you came from Babbitt, Minnesota.
Bagley,
excuse me, and we're in Red Wing. So how far is that?
It's approximately 300 miles maybe.
So you drove down last night
Yeah.
for your retesting. Interestingly enough, too, with Milton, he was also diabetic, correct?
Correct.
What has the doctor been telling you as you've been going to your medical doctor? What's happened?
He can't believe the improvement that it's made. I'm dropping my A1C from 8.6 down to 6.6 in 8 weeks. Feel better and everything else. And
How much weight have you lost?
I've lost 14 pounds.
14 pounds over the last 8 weeks.
Yep.
Did you have a hard time losing weight before that, or was it?
Yep. If I lost 2 pounds, I put 3 back on.
So it was almost impossible to lose weight?
Yep.
So do you have any advice for anyone else who's struggling, breathing, COPD, or any type of lung condition? Do you have any advice for them, Milton?
Well, I'd come in and do the lab here and test it out for it and find out, because there is hope.
There is hope.
Yes.
That is so encouraging. I'm so happy. We reran Milton's spirometry today. He had 87% function of his lung capacity, which before we did not have that measurement, but it was significantly less. Just the last question, Milton. You know, you mentioned the first 2 weeks were kind of rough with treatment because you were coughing a lot still, and you said you couldn't get a breath down lower than your upper chest.
Correct.
Kind of what was all going on then? Were you coughing things up, or what was happening?
Coughing up a lot of mucus and stuff that...
What color was it?
It was a gray color, and some of it was pretty heavy and lumpy and...
Thick?
Thick and sticky, and it's gotten loosened up, and now I don't hardly cough any up, just some in the morning, and it's quite an improvement, I would say.
And you even want to go back to work, right?
Yep, so I'm going back to work. I'm 69 years old, be 70 in May, and
going back to work.
Back to work.
That is so exciting. Do I have your permission to share your story with doctors, students, or patients anywhere?
I hope so.
Any restrictions on that?
None.
Real quick, Milton, too, I just want to make one more statement. Milton chose to do a comprehensive program. He just didn't do the Soup AB and LC Balancer, but he's been doing other nutrition. He also has avoided foods that we tested him for that he was reactive to and sensitive to. Could you just quickly comment on that? Has that been helpful?
Yes, I've been on the gluten-free diet for 8 weeks now, and that's helped. And it's I would say it's a part of the program that I've been on that's worked, and I'm going to continue doing it for at least another 8 weeks, and
go from there
and see what, and maybe even stay on the gluten-free.
So proud of you, Milton. Great job on working the plan. Can I share one other secret about you? Can I share a secret?
Sure.
You're a bachelor, correct?
Correct.
You've done this all on your own.
Yep.
And how hard would you say the whole process has been for you to do the diet, take the nutrients, get some exercise? How difficult?
It's tough. It's not easy, but if you're willing to make your health better, you got to go for it, and that's the way I feel right now. And I know I'm getting old, but I don't want to get any older. I want to stay as healthy and young feeling as I can.
So it's been worth it making
It's
that.
been worth it to me.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Thank you.